to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Ohio State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all of the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Barges ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From touchdown, Sparty. Fitted in the window for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So you've got to continue to play well within the conference.
Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Peoples. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Tate. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Wants to fire on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to... Oh, he's got some space. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
To the air, it's Childs. Fires left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. And the Spartans are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. Wide open spaces.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know...
Oh, the ball's on the ground! And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. Behind the chains now on second and long. They're going back to the ground. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And here in the first time.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. First play of the drive wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He's got it down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Offense changing the play. From the gun. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receiver.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Here he comes from inside, and the ball is loose on the return. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught over the middle. It's McCray. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Smith. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. First half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. To the air, it's St. Clair. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You wonder if the pick earlier in the game is now affecting this quarterback, and not just his psyche, but also his fundamentals. He threw that ball up.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying play action. He's got it. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Finds his tight end. Runs through a tackle. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down.
I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he save a few yards in field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Quickly to the tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Caught near the sticks, it's Peoples. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. From the gun. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Marsh. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. The Spartans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. Are forced to settle for the field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid
Oh, a lot of space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Finds his man. It's Smith. Ernie on the Jets. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. This is a designed run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff to the single running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Past the 45. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Shakes off the defender.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Marsh. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slips away. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Spartans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to pass, it's Childs. Sets up the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. A great catch and run for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
and the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Looking downfield. On target to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Here's a hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Donaldson. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the counter. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To throw, it's Childs. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Spartans are rolling down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages. Allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Bring in the heat. Oh, he's got a chance. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Motion from the wideout. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Look out, he's got room.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Sparty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit concerned.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive. Plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Spartans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's loose. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. To the air, it's Childs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Buckeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gives it on the option. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Spartans line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He's going up top here late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack.